Welcome back, fashion lovers, to another episode of Lara J. I'm Elira Stone, your host, and as always, I'm thrilled to be here with you. Today, we have an exciting conversation lined up about the bohemian style that's making waves once again. But before we dive into that, let me welcome back Lara J herself. Lara, it's great to have you here again.
Thank you, Elira. It's always a pleasure to join you. I'm really excited about today's topic because boho chic has always been close to my heart. The resurgence we're seeing today is just fascinating.
Absolutely. So let's start from the beginning. For those who might not be entirely familiar, how would you define boho chic, Lara?
Boho chic, short for bohemian chic, is this eclectic, artistic fashion style that draws inspiration from the bohemian and hippie influences of the 60 seconds and 70 seconds. It's characterized by its relaxed, free-spirited aesthetic. Think flowing fabrics, earthy tones, intricate patterns, and a mix of textures. It's not just a fashion statement, it's more of a lifestyle, celebrating individuality and creativity.
I love that about boho chic. It has such an authentic and expressive vibe. Why do you think it's making such a strong comeback now?
The comeback is probably due to a few factors. First, I think there's a growing yearning for self-expression in a world that's been quite structured and frenetic. People are seeking more authenticity and comfort, which boho chic naturally embodies. Plus, there's this ongoing trend towards sustainability and ethical fashion, and boho chic aligns well with upcycling and repurposing vintage styles. It's all about connecting with something meaningful.
Indeed, that sustainability angle is crucial in the current fashion landscape. It's interesting how fashion cycles. Last time, we touched on jewelry and its enduring appeal. I see parallels here with boho chic's timelessness. Would you say there are specific elements from the past that are influencing its current resurgence?
Yes, absolutely. Vintage elements from the 60 seconds and 70 seconds, like bell-bottoms, tunics, and embroidery, are definitely being reinterpreted. Designers are drawing from past eras, but are giving them a modern twist with bold colors and innovative fabric use. There's also a nod to the craftsmanship of the past, like crochet and hand-stitched designs, which adds to the allure.
It's that blend of vintage charm with a modern sensibility that really captivates people. I remember I once found this amazing vintage embroidered jacket during a thrift store spree. It was one of those pieces that just felt like a statement, you know?
Exactly. That's what boho chic is all about. Every piece tells a story. And speaking of stories, do you think the e-commerce world is influencing this resurgence in any specific way?
I do. E-commerce has transformed how we discover and access fashion. Think about platforms like Etsy that spotlight independent artisans, or even Pinterest that inspires users with bohemian-style boards. At Lara J, we've also seen an uptick in requests for bohemian-themed collections. The digital space empowers consumers to find unique, personalized pieces far more easily than before. This accessibility keeps boho chic fresh and relevant.
That's so true. The ease of online shopping allows people from all over to tap into this fashion movement, creating a global community around aesthetic and lifestyle. It's this shared nostalgia, yet novel interpretation, that keeps it alive. We've seen our own collections of bohemian pieces sell incredibly well, thanks to the digital platforms.
Interesting. So, for someone looking to integrate more boho elements into their wardrobe, what advice would you give them? Especially if they're not quite ready to dive headfirst into full boho chic?
Start small. Incorporate elements like a flowing bohemian blouse, or perhaps some statement jewelry with natural stones. You could also play around with scarves and embroidered accessories that don't require a total wardrobe overhaul. Layer these pieces into what you already own and look for garments with relaxed silhouettes and rich textures. The goal is to feel comfortable and express a bit of your own personality through these choices.
A perfect mix of subtle and impactful. It's about bringing those elements that resonate with you, right? I once had a friend who wasn't big into the whole flowy dress look, but adored incorporating boho elements through accessories, like fringed handbags and wide-brimmed hats.
Exactly, and it's important to remember that boho chic is about freedom, fashion, freedom, and self-expression. Every time you add a bohemian touch, it should feel like you're adding a brushstroke to a personal masterpiece. The beauty of it is that it's diverse, flexible, and very much about what speaks to you as an individual.
And as we celebrate this personal artistry, are there any memorable boho-inspired pieces from Lara J's collections that stand out to you?
Oh, absolutely. We once did this limited edition fringe jacket. It had these colorful beads and was hand-painted. Truly, each came out as a distinct piece of art. The response was phenomenal. Customers sent us stories about wearing the jacket to music festivals and road trips, which was so heartwarming. It's incredible how a single piece of clothing can carry such personal significance.
Those stories make me so happy and remind me of how fashion can be a form of emotional memory, too. Speaking of festivals, they're like a breeding ground for boho inspiration. Do you think events like music festivals have contributed to the bohemian trend?
Without a doubt. Events like Coachella have become synonymous with bohemian fashion. They offer a platform for people to experiment with and immerse themselves in this style. It's because festivals bring out the carefree spirit that's central to the boho ethos. People get inspired there, and then they want to carry that vibe with them long after the festival season.
Right. It's like a cultural melting pot, where art, music, fashion, and freedom of expression converge beautifully. So, to wrap up, if you could leave our listeners with one final thought on embracing boho chic in their lives, what would it be?
I would say, embrace it with an open mind and a playful heart. Allow yourself to explore and express. Fashion is about your unique journey, and boho chic celebrates every step. Let it inspire you to find joy and creativity in how you present yourself to the world. Wear it like you mean it.
Beautifully said, Lara. Thank you so much for joining us again and sharing your insights. To all our listeners, I hope you're feeling inspired to add a little boho magic to your style palette. Don't forget to check out the boho collections at larajfashion.com for some great finds. Until next time, seek out what resonates with you in fashion and life. Bye for now.
It's been a pleasure, Elira. Goodbye, everyone, and happy fashion adventures.